Hi everyone, welcome to Tuesday. I hope that you had a great Easter. It treated you well and you were able to stay out of all of this rough weather. Short week this week, which is great as well. So hey, we'll jump across and take a look at the NZSX50 and see how that's performed over the last week. Just that normal housekeeping before I do that, and that is obviously this is intended for educational purposes only. If you're looking for personal financial advice, then you do need to go and have a chat to your own personal financial advisor. Right, let's take a look. Okay, as usual, I've got the S&P NZSX50 up here on the screen, and we've had a positive week, which is great. So out of the last 3 weeks, this one has been a positive, which is encouraging. We can actually see down the bottom here as well that the volume on that has increased as well. You've sort of been over 100 million shares traded on the New Zealand Stock Exchange last week, so that is great. Where we're at, who knows, but let's go and take a look at the indicators and just see what that's doing. So we're going to pop on the 30 exponential moving average, and you can see here that we are still trading under that key moving average. So for me, definitely not a time to be buying or looking for new opportunities. Definitely a time to be holding existing ones, and that's what I'm doing myself, but not looking to enter into anything new. I've said it before, especially since we've seen these moving averages roll over and that the market is trading below it. So even though we had a positive week last week, which was great, it's not a good sign to be trading when the share prices, or in this case, the indices, is under that moving average, because it can mean that there's further potential downside. And if we look back here, back to sort of October in that 2022, and you can see that the market closed for the week below the moving average, and it kept on falling, okay? And it didn't hit a bottom until sort of around January 22, and it didn't start recovering until about June 22. But the moving averages never, they hit it, but they never really crossed above it. And then we started seeing that fall again in October. We finally hit a bottom of around the 17th of October that week, and it started to recover. And then we didn't really truly see it move above those moving averages until here, which was about the first week in September, and that's in 2023. Obviously, since then, we've had a strong run. We've had the pullback. We've gone sideways. We've fallen. We've had a reasonable run, period of solid consolidation or sideways movement again, a very strong run recently, but obviously more recent times we've seen that market fall. So that is why I'm not looking to buy any new positions, because like they always say, that's when bad things can happen, is when the market is trading below those moving averages. So I'll just also put on the 15-week moving average, and we'll change that to exponential. And I spoke about it a couple of weeks ago. We've got that dead cross. So that was where the 15-week moving average is crossed through the 30, and that too is a negative sign. Okay. I don't want to be looking for any opportunities until obviously the market has started moving up again, and that the 15-week moving average actually crosses through the 30. Okay, that's when things obviously can look a lot more positive. As I've said before, I'm not in the game of trying to pick tops or bottoms. I use trailing stop losses to take me out when shares start coming back, because obviously every top does end up falling. So it takes all the emotion out of when am I going to sell my shares. And when I want to enter back in, I want to actually trade with a trend. I want to make sure that the market is in a rising position. So I want to make sure that 15-week has crossed above the 30-week, and I also want to make sure that obviously the shares are trading above both of those moving averages. Okay, and if I look back around this period, it never crossed until about the 1st of September. Got to see strong run, crossed back through, went down below that 30-week moving average in the middle of August 2023, and then never crossed up again until around January 2024. So yes, who knows how long this downward period is going to continue for, but for me, it's certainly a time of caution and to just watch what you're doing within your share investments. So I hope that's helped. Come back on Thursday. We're actually going to take a look at the commercial sector for real estate investment property trusts and just get an overall picture as to what's happening there. And like normal, if you'd like me to review a share for you, or if you've got any share related questions, pop them in the comments or reach out to me and we'll address it in another video. So thanks for watching.